Hey guys, I'm Foulis, and today we are talking CrossFit tips, tricks, and all the bits and pieces in between. All right, I'm here with NUTRITECH, and when I talk about my sessions, I always try and get involved with understanding what movements you're prepping for, how to prep for those properly, and then with regard to the workout, how you're going to attack that workout. Right, so we'll cover a few of these things today, and hopefully you guys get something useful out of it. So we've got the workout for today that I'm going to be attacking, and I'll tell you a little bit about that now. But what I do is I take NUTRITECH pump, I mix it with about 250 ml of water. I'm a double scooper for sure, and I sip on that as I'm doing my foam rolling or my mobilizing, and that way it'll give me enough time that by the time I attack my training for that session, it's ready in my system and ready to get me going. All right, so we're sipping on it. I'm just getting some foam rolling done. I don't foam roll all the time. I would say it's definitely more something that if you're feeling a bit tight in a certain area, get your foam rolling in and get it done. Otherwise, movement is always the best way to prepare for any session. Here, and it's time for the workout. Today, the workout that I'll be doing is going to be a 4-round affair. It's going to be 15 deadlifts, 10 hang power cleans, 5 bar muscle ups, and a 10-meter handstand walk, 4 rounds for time. Okay, so tips and tricks around workouts and how to approach them. So transitions, the most important thing. Okay, so you need to know in that workout where you're going to transition to in terms of the movements, where they are, how fast that is going to be, and where you can attack. All right, so for me, I know that I really enjoy a barbell, so I'm going to attack the barbell section, but not to the detriment of the gymnastics, because I know that as the workout wears on, grip is probably going to be a factor, because we've got the deadlifts, we're hanging onto the bar, the cleans, we're hanging onto the bar muscle-ups, we're hanging onto the bar, and then with a handstand walk, you've got that extension of the forearm. Right, so planning and strategizing when you want to break, because you want to break when you decide to, not when you have to. Okay, because ideally in a workout you have to look at your pacing. You don't want to start high and end low. Okay, you want to start at a nice good pace, try and hold that and accelerate towards the end. Okay, that is going to be the key in terms of getting the most out of the workout and hopefully doing very well. Okay, today's workout, we have obviously a lot of pulling movements. You want to focus on your warm-up on making sure that you are activating your glutes, your hammies, your lower backs. But what I want to speak to you specifically about in the warm-up is how to break down your warm-up for any workout that you may be doing. Okay, so there are 4 key factors. You want warmth, you want loosening or looseners, you want activation, and you want movement-specific work. Okay, so what I mean by that is approaching your warm-up for whatever session you might be doing today. Make sure that you start off with the general warmth. All right, you go for a jog, you jump on the treadmill, you hop on the machines, whatever it may be, but just some skipping to get your heart rate, to get you warmed up a little bit. Then you're going to go into some looseness. So you're going to go into some dynamic movement where maybe it's walking lunges with a stretch to try and get into the hip flexors, or it's going to be some walking toe touches, whatever it might be, but something where you're loosening up the areas that you need for the workout that day. Third, activation. All right, so this is where you want to try and wake up essentially the muscles that you're going to be using in that workout. So for example, activations for me, especially for the shoulders, I'm going to be using a band, and I'll be using a hold and squeeze method where I try and activate all the muscles in my shoulders so that they are ready to go. Not to the point where they are tired, but just activated. Okay. Last one, movement specific. So this is where you can really dive into whatever it is. So for example, if we're doing deadlifts and hang power cleans today, I'll warm up my deadlift and I'll do some hang power cleans or bar muscle ups as well. If you were doing snatches, then you would jump into those and make sure you're nice and loose. All right, so hopefully these 4 help take that forward. And then of course, hit me up on Instagram or anything if you want any help with that, and I'll be absolutely happy to do that. All right, so let's get warmed up and get stuck in. Oh man. This sport is ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous sport in the world, I'm pretty sure. No jokes. Marathon running, that's the worst. But we like CrossFit training or high intensity interval training, whatever you do, you know, it's about seeking dark places, you know, being able to go there and just keep grinding it out. Because at the end you know that it feels great to be done. Nobody wants to, you know, in the middle of it sucks, but at the end, you know, it's so awesome. And yeah, if you can keep pushing. Find the biggest thing I say to people, there are two things. One, try and be uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable, stay uncomfortable for as long as you can. Maybe this week it's 1 minute, maybe next week it's a minute and a half, but over a period of time, you can learn to be uncomfortable for long periods of time, and that's the goal. The other thing is, make it hurt. You know, sometimes you just gotta make it hurt. Make that mental decision like, this is gonna suck, so I'm gonna make it suck even more, you know? But again, maybe that's just something wrong with CrossFit, but yeah. Right guys, that's it. We've come to the end of the session. Can you believe it? Another good one in the books. Thank you for joining me. I hope that my tips and tricks will help you along. And of course, if any of your training videos or posts, tag me. I'll be happy to help you or comment if I can humbly assist in any way. But a little piece of advice going forward for you on your CrossFit journey, be patient. There's so much to get better at. There are so many things to conquer in the sport, and what makes it incredible, but also wonderfully challenging. So trust yourself, trust your coaches, and trust the process. I'm going to do some stretching now. I've got my NUTRITECH whey, the notorious whey. Chocolate's my favorite. It's simply delicious. Have it every day. But for the rest of you, stay safe, be awesome out there, and I'll catch you next time.